The old stomping ground, eh? Ncuti's time is over. Billie's time is now, for some reason, and we need to wrap up some rankings. It's the only thing constant in this world after death and taxes. Me ranking nerd stuff. These are some of my favourite videos to make. I love doing the stupid rankings because I truly don't know what I'm going to say as I go into it. Let's just crack on, shall we? We'll talk about Ncuti's at the end, or as we go. One of those. I'm walking over because because they're here. We've got F for the awful ones, B for the... We've got A for the... and S for the... Oh! Also, I'm in here now, purely because I didn't want to pick up the table again. It's very heavy. Starting off with Moffat's Joy to the World. Moffat's second, I think, episode of the new run. I thought I knew what I wanted. We all did. We were like, oh, RTD's coming back to show run, that's excellent. Moffat's going to be a guest writer again. That's where he did his best stuff outside of Series 5. Joy to the World. The concept alone is truly magnificent. I really hope another writer revisits the Time Hotel, because you can tell so many stories there. Hell, Big Finish, get on that. Honestly, when you get the rights to 15 era stuff, a whole mini-series in the Time Hotel could be fantastic. Especially because the actress, who is now the manager of the Time Hotel, as we saw in the Reality War, was fantastic. I met her at the Who Shop. Very cool person, very nice. Do I remember the character's name? No. Am I going to look it up? No. Joy to the World. Nicola Coogan, is that her name? The so-called companion, the joy of to the world. Not a character. The only thing I remember about her is she tried to talk to a fly. That's nice. Again, concept, it'd be up here. Purely based on the concept. But the episode itself, and it ends with Jesus, I would say, honestly, it's bang in the middle. I know this is a weird way to start, but Joy to the World, I would say, is bang in the middle. I also watched it with my family, which is something I don't do very often. But it was telling that, you know, it's Christmas time, you're with your family, you're all watching the same thing, and the whole time, they had no idea what was going on. Ironically, everything outside of the Time Hotel I think was really cool. I also liked how the villain was kind of a carryover from Boom with the Villain Guard Corporation. Those sluts. The Robot Revolution, the first proper episode of Season 2, Series 15. Grow up. We've got the introduction of Belinda, when she was nearly a character, but then she wasn't. We've got the cool designs of the robots that faces go, that's fun, I like the design. Did they do anything? No, they just sort of walk around like this, go pew pew. That's pretty cool. The villain is man. Bad, weird, cringe man. Very memorable. I don't know, did they try to do a fake out that he was going to be an AI and the AI was going to be the bad guy, but then it just turns out to be this r/nice guy dude? Alright? I mean, I agree, he's weird and I get it, but also, I get it. No, spell it out more. They tried to get us to care about that random woman who gets shot immediately. That's fun. A lot of the episode's emotional weight hinges on this character we don't care about. Well done. The makeup on the bad guy towards the end was fucking phenomenal though. You gotta give him that. Like, visually, I should preface this. Everything visually about this new era is tremendous. It's insane what Doctor Who can look like under Disney's money. I don't know how the deal works. The mouse is grabbing RTD by the throat. The Robot Revolution though, it also set up the whole conceit of like the timey-wimey-ness that didn't pay off. So I'm going to put it between B and F. It may get downgraded to an F. Because I didn't hate it, but I did try and rewatch it and gave up halfway through. I do like Belinda though, or at least I did. I preferred the actress to Ruby's actress. I don't need to learn people's names. She had more potential, I guess. She had that Martha Jones backstory of being a nurse, and you could see her like very relatable life of just trying to live, man. Lux! Shit. I don't think there's much surprise. The Lux is at the top. I'd be surprised if Lux wasn't most people's favourite. Excellent villain, the best villain of the entire series, possibly of Ncuti's entire run. I wasn't really sold on the Pantheon. I liked the idea, but I didn't think they really did anything with it, especially because I thought they were going to combine at some point for some reason. That was never teased, but just calling it a Pantheon sounds like they should just combine into like an evil Avengers, you know what I'm saying? It's the only episode that needed to be high budget, you know what I mean? Because animation ain't cheap. We all know this, I hope. It's the only meme of the series I liked. They tried to make a thing with the little like Roomba from Robot Revolution, and Duggadoo from Interstellar Song Contest. You know the song, it goes, I'm not gonna, but the Mr. Ring-a-ding, I'll make that. It's funny, I like it. I'm not gonna do it because I did just cringe myself out ever so slightly. Also, Belinda's best look, that yellow dress, fantastic. I'd rock that. I think I found my type when it comes to Doctor Who episodes, and I think I do prefer the past, just because of the vibes. I don't know if they built the theatre because I gave up on Unleashed because the guy annoyed me. I also really like the side character in that, the Picture House dude. There's a name for it. His whole backstory and mini-arc is honestly beautiful. One of my favourites of the whole series. It's a hard episode to hate. Oh, the nerds. Ooh, I forgot about that. So obviously there's the fun twist of the Doctor coming out of the TV and meeting Doctor Who fans. My brain wants to hate it, but the way it was done was really funny. I was rolling on the floor laughing. Let me give you an example. Ha ha! Ha! Ha ha! I'm on the floor laughing, rolling. Done by anyone else and in a different way, I would have hated it. But the way it was done in old Luxy Woo, very funny, very good. All three of those people are going to LFCC. Why? Like, no hate towards them, obviously, but I just don't understand who would pay money to meet people who played Doctor Who fans. Seems odd, doesn't it? Right, yes, Lux, we all love it. If you don't,
you're wrong.
The Well, Midnight Part 2. I didn't hate that it was Midnight Part 2. I didn't hate it when it was revealed in the episode. I thought it was actually very well done. It's a shame that the episode kept going after that. I thought it was rubbish. It wasn't scary, it wasn't engaging. The supporting cast were fairly forgettable. I mean, they were good, but they were very forgettable. Those spacesuits were cool, I guess, but they were just there to show off Ncuti's bum. Nice bum, but I can see you, costume designer, you pervert. It was going relatively strong, you know, it was alright. It was alright, but I just didn't care. The only strong part of it is the supporting character who has the Midnight Entity attached to them. I think she did a very, very good job, honestly, and I loved that, you know, part of it was the fact that you have to use the sign language and whatnot. That was my sign language, by the way. I know basic childhood Makaton. That's as good as you're getting with me. Please to the knees, tar to the bra. We all know this. You should. But The Well, on the whole, I think is a very just weak episode. Again, great looking, well performed, but I didn't care. Make me care, damn it! And also, I don't know, the more time goes on, the fact that it's connected to Midnight makes it worse. Like, we all like Midnight. Some of us even love it. But it works good on its own. Why is RTD insisting on making sequels to shit that don't need sequels? Pyramids of Mars didn't really need a sequel. It's not F. It's not F. Is it F? It might be F. Or is it better or worse than the Robot Revolution? Robot Revolution bored me to tears. The Well, just, you know what? It's on par with the Robot Revolution. Yeah, I feel like you're not going to like me after this episode, by the way, gang. Speaking about not liking me after this ranking, lucky day! Maybe on a rewatch, it will be better. I watched this with Harry, we'll get to that. And you know what? We were into it. It was this season's 73 Yards. We did not like 73 Yards, which we also watched together, actually. Funny how that worked out. But I was digging it. I was into it. But that twist where Conrad shows his true colours, the bad guy's a white man again! I mean, don't get me wrong, white men are the problem. I remember hating at the time the twist that it was all rubbish, maybe because it was a cheat. You can't just show us the creature or, you know, have these very complex looking costumes and then be like, just kidding! It's a bunch of pricks with cameras trying to out-unit for some reason. Okay? Think Tank, remember that from Robot? I didn't. He stormed unit with a gun and a webcam. Why? What was Conrad expecting? Did he actually believe there was no aliens and he wanted to out them? Or was he doing it for clout? Because neither of them really make sense to me. I don't care about Ruby, so that takes out that. The whole conversation between Conrad and the Doctor, I feel like I've just seen it before, and this is just a worse version of the Doctor threatens dude. In fact, there's another one later in the series, we'll get to that. I understand why Conrad technically won that argument, in his own head at least. Like, you can't win against a person who thinks the way he does. But it also just takes away from that ending, and it makes you feel real shit. And I guess that's the point. Maybe I'll come around to that. But in the moment, I'm just like, why would I want to watch Conrad get the upper hand, kind of, in this situation. It's going to B, I don't know. Deep down, I want to put it in F, much like all of these. But they're not offensive to me, you know? Especially because I know there's worse coming! Now, before we get to the next story, there is, of course, it's everybody's favourite character, Barney. Who's Barney, you ask? It's Harry Hudson, baby! That's right, Harry was in Lucky Day. Very briefly, for 3 seconds, but he got a cameo. And, according to him, he had a character name of Barney. It's sadly not in the credits, but that's what he was given on the day. Barney! Harry is canon now. And he's going to S! Yeah! I'm so happy for him, man. Honestly, I've told him a million times, but it's so damn cool. Barney is the best. I want you all saying Barney is the best in the chat. If you don't,
you're wrong.
And what? My tape's breaking. What's going on? Next up, the story in the engine. I'll be honest, there's always an episode or two that I forget when I'm writing these pieces of paper. Story in the engine is the one for me. It was good. I liked it. But I have no strong feelings about it, you know? I liked all the characters in it. Like, there wasn't a bad performance necessarily. I liked the concept as well. It's very cool. It was good. It's like a solid A. Yeah. I feel bad I don't have anything bad to say about it. Oh, wait, the spider. I feel like that was a mandate. It was like, every episode needs, like, a big monster. Grrr. Ooh, this one doesn't have a big monster. You're trying to do something new and cool with it. Nah, fuck you. It's a house on a spider. Get fucked. So let's move on to stupid. The Interstellar Song Contest. The dumbest one of the lot. I'm not touching the politics of Eurovision and all that stuff. I don't watch it. So I'm not part of the problem. But I like the idea of it, this space version of it. It makes sense to do a big bombastic dumb thing like this, and I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. Rylan, first of all, you know what? I don't get the appeal of him, but he was funny in this episode. I didn't hate him. I get it. Jesus Christ, he was tall. Fuck. Graham Norton's cameo, I think they could have done more with it, but you know what? It's funny that he's in Doctor Who now canonically, as opposed to accidentally, twice. The more I try to talk about it, the more politics are sneaking in. No one needs political views from this guy. You just don't. Just assume I've got the right ones. Again, performed well. All of the supporting cast does a great job. I like the two dudes, the couple. I like them a lot. They had a fun bants. Although I feel like they had that over-explaining themselves thing. There is a lot to like about this episode. It all comes down to that ending, I think we all agree, where Ncuti, for a lol, you know, just for bants, tries to murder this dude, or at the very least tortures him to immense pain for a laugh. Hey, remember when Ncuti's whole thing as his doctor is a healthier, mindseted person? You know, he's gone through therapy as 14, and he's come back a fresh dude. He's dancing in the Church of Ruby Road. He's living his best life, you know. Now he's torturing people for fun. I'm oversimplifying for comedy. Can you tell? Why are you taking me seriously? Leave. It's not an S. I would not say that. I would not give the Interstellar Song Contest S. I would say it's either here or here. For me. I'm gonna stick to my gut, and I'm gonna say it's bang in the middle. I had a fun time with it, and sometimes that's all I want out of my Who. I just want a bit of escapism. But then torture. Oh, Susan! Fuck! God damn it, RTD! You absolute cock tease. My guy. Come on. You got my hopes up, man. Just tell me Susan's not in the finale next time, and I'll be like, fine. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future now. I'm sure that was out of your control, Russell T Davies. But god damn it! I know there was an original ending for the finale that had her looking on, but even that, no! I want Susan, I want it now. Then again, do I want Susan? Because I wanted Sutek back, I wanted Omega back. We all wanted the Rani back. I kind of regret that now. God damn it. Why couldn't Mrs. Flood just be Susan, and then we could have ignored all this other crap? Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't put it in A now, because the whole Susan cock tease would have put it down anyway. Well, now I'm sad. But here we are already, because of the lessened episode count, to the finale. Part 1. Wish World. I like the vibes. I like weird little Conrad's world. Obviously not in principle. He's a bad man, bad opinions. But just like the weird what if kind of like messing with the universe is fun. Seeing the Doctor and Melinda as this married couple just feels wrong, you know, but it's also so like, I don't know, 60s pleasant about it, you know what I mean? Like, it immediately puts you off when like Poppy comes in the room, they're this happy family, but it's also like, no, that's the Doctor, this is fucking weird. It's the same feeling I get whenever Tenrose gets brought up. I'm like, Yeah, but it's the Doctor, though. We'll get to the whole Poppy thing in the... God, there's so much to talk about with this bastard. But Wishworld, on its own, I did enjoy it. I think the whole... I enjoyed Ruth Madeley, her whole thing. Tharies was in this episode, didn't know that. No opinions on that, I just think that's very surprising. Good on him. Fuck yeah. I mean, he's no Barney, but still. Oh, I should have ranked him separate. Damn it. We go between A and S. No one's touching Barney, except for me. But anyway, back to Wishworld. Mel's there. And then other things happen. I like the little communal area of, like, forgotten people from Conrad's world, because Conrad is such a bellend. He didn't know what to do with disabled people, so he's like, well, they don't exist, let's focus on this lot. I don't care about Ruby, but it was cute to have her along for the side quest. Basically, any scene Ruth Madeley is in is heightened by the fact that she's in it, so no arguments. I haven't mentioned the Ranis, because they're nothing. She's practically unrecognizable outside of the opening scene. Okay, you have baby, you kiss baby, you make woman into pedal. Mwah. The Rani's blowing everyone in this episode. It's weird. The new Rani, the actress, I loved her, honestly. What a waste of a performance she was. Oh my god. Like, Anita Dobson was cute, and I liked her well enough as substitute Rani, I guess. Or just creepy old woman.
Hello, Conrad, I've come to release you from prison. Never seen a TARDIS before!
That's my Anita Dobson impression. Big finish. Hope you're listening. But genuinely, the new Rani loved her. Shame we won't get her again. Oh! I know she said that this isn't just exposition, Doctor, in that last scene. Bullshit. Also, that whole scene with her explaining all this stuff and the doubts. I like the doubts. I like it. It's a fun concept. But, like, the scene is inherently not that interesting because the Doctor don't know who he is yet. She's talking to someone that technically in that moment isn't real. Conceptually it works. It does. Genuinely it works. Oh, Rogue got a cameo. Tables don't do that. Here's my impression of Rogue in Wishworld. Hi, I'm recording this from last year, and I'm recording this with no context. Tables don't do that. How do I know this information? Fuck knows. Are you ever gonna see me again? Probably not. I'm Rogue! Bring Rogue back properly, you fucking idiot. Oh, but now you can't, because she's gone. Fuck! Well, you can, but it won't work as well. I mean, who doesn't fancy Billie Piper? Wishworld, goddammit. Second half poor, first half pretty good. Middle. Jesus Christ, okay. Let's get on with it. Reality War. Watched it in cinemas, double billed, with a group of friends. The grand finale to Ncuti's era that we didn't know was the grand finale to Ncuti's era until, you know, the end. Let's just go through it all. Right, just very quickly speed run all the baffling shit that happened in Reality War. Omega, in it for 10 minutes. Didn't need to be, bye! Fucking tease. I did like he's just this, like, massive baby. Yeah, we all wanted the helmet. That was the one thing I wanted it to be. But, like, fucking big skeleton baby, why not? 2 Ranis! They were there, weren't they? Here's my impression of Omega with the Rani. Whittaker came back for a scene. That's cool. I'm not a big Whittaker fan, but I loved it, honestly. It was my favourite scene of the whole episode. If you had told me a year ago or even a week ago that the 13th Doctor would appear in an episode and it would be your favourite scene, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have spat in your face. And apologise, because that's disgusting. I liked the scene of them folding the coat. I think we all did, of them slowly folding the coat and forgetting Poppy exists. Then it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's cute, very clever. I like it. I didn't hate the idea of the Doctor having a daughter. Didn't hate it. Did not hate it. Went nowhere. That seems to be a theme of the Reality War. I would call it better than Empire of Death. Based purely on entertainment. But I think that's more because I saw it in cinema with friends. And we were making fun of it in real time. Alright, what other batshit things happened in the Reality War? Unit Tower, I thought that shit was gonna take off like a rocket and fly around like a goddamn spaceship blasting those skeleton things. Oh yeah, the skeleton things. They look cool, I guess. Did nothing. Moving on. The Time Hotel return. Again, great concept, so I'm glad to see it back, and I'm glad to see that character back. Very fun. She was a human doorstop. Just get a fucking box, guys. But I do enjoy that fix of the timeline by, you know, getting the old universe to flood back in from the Time Hotel. That's fun. I think this movement should have been used more. But then, of course, the end. The very last thing we see. Billie fucking Piper. I will accept it on one stipulation. that it's for one Christmas special, or one special, and Eccleston, as just a random human, is the companion for no reason. Make it happen, or fuck you. Or, okay, you know what? Either that, or it's a tease. It's an absolute bullshit tease. It's not actually the Doctor, it's some other wibbly wobbly nonsense. It's not a 14 thing, we're not giving her a bloody number. That's my two. Either make Eccleston the companion for an episode, or make it not an actual Doctor, it's just a load of old bullshit. All's in your court! Yeah, take a guess where this fucker's going. The only definitive F of this series. And it's Ncuti's last one! Ncuti Gatwa. We might as well talk about the man, the myth, the legend. He will do well away from the show. He is a rising star that got Doctor Who just as he started to rise, which means he plateaued. Whoops. It's a shame he was saddled with two crap companions. Let's talk about that. I already said I didn't really like Ruby, but back to Belinda. No character. Fuck. Started off the series, you just wanted to get home. Like, I've got a life, I'm a nurse, I've got my family, I need to get back to them. End of the series, Mum. We're in Conrad's world still, motherfuckers. Mum, I have a husband. Doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. Not a real person. We never see the fucker. And they never explain why Poppy is the space baby from Space Babies, at least not very well. Not in a satisfying way. Why not just get another child? Was she that good of an actress as a baby? I don't know. Right, let's have a look. Let's see if I agree. Lux and Barney, obviously both S tiers. I'm glad we genuinely got another S tier episode out of Ncuti's run before Ncuti's run sliced off and Billie's began. Thary's between an S and A. You don't deserve any higher, Thary's. Know your place. It's pure jealousy, we know this. Story of the Engine, A. Yeah, I've already forgot it was there. Joy to the World, Interstellar, and Wish World, right in the middle. Maybe, you know, I'm putting Wish World in B, just because it's inherently linked to Reality War, and that makes it worse by proxy. Lucky Day, B. Really want to put it lower, actually. But I think out of all the episodes, I can come around on Lucky Day more so than the other ones. Rebel Revolution of the Well, yeah, I just didn't like them, didn't enjoy them at all. I think I made that reasonably clear. And then the Reality War was dog shit. So, as I always say, I'm fascinated to hear
You're wrong.
opinions. Mine are correct. I'm a Doctor Who fan. I'm entitled. Yeah, we're living in my world now, not Conrad's world. It's worse! Please leave your rankings or your opinion on my trash fire of a ranking below. I will respond as if I can be bothered. Oh yeah, check this out. I've been building a Dalek. It's pretty cool. It's got electronics and everything. I haven't broken it yet. I'm surprised. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please check out my other rankings or this thing that YouTube thinks you'll want to watch. Looks a bit crap to me, but watch it anyway. Do it, coward. You won't. Subscribe as well. That'd be cool. I'm trying to predict where everything will be. I've not done this before. I don't know why I'm scared. Mom, send help! Mom!
Doctor Who.